From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is a tropical weather update.
Fred Gossage here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with your daily tropical weather update, and not looking at any development areas outlined by the National Hurricane Center. In the Atlantic Basin, we're all quiet. We still continue to be quiet for this beginning of the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season. It's nothing unusual to be quiet this early in the season. We are looking at another development area being outlined, however, in the Eastern Pacific. That poses no direct threat to the mainland United States, however. Looking here across the Gulf down into the Western Caribbean and the far Eastern Pacific, you can see the disturbed weather that we're looking at here in the Eastern Pacific that has the potential to develop into a tropical depression soon. Meanwhile, we do have some disturbed weather into the southwestern Gulf and the Bay of Campeche. We've been looking at that in the model data for a slight possibility of that possibly developing into a tropical depression by late week. However, the models have backed off on that, and it looks like any low pressure development that occurs here with this cluster of thunderstorms will be just too close to the coastline to have chances of developing into an organized tropical system. So not expecting any problems out of that, just an area of showers and thunderstorms. A few more thunderstorms into the southwest Caribbean, but a lot of wind shear here downstream from the Eastern Pacific disturbance, so not expecting development there. We'll look out regionally, and the North Atlantic is quiet. We still have shear over the Caribbean and the jet stream here over the North Atlantic, providing wind shear out into the Eastern Atlantic. We have a couple of tropical waves rolling off the west coast of Africa. Those guys are dealing with wind shear, dry air, and dust, so not expecting development there for the next 7 days as well. But again, we're early in the hurricane season. The Atlantic hurricane season runs from the beginning of June all the way through the end of November. And even though we can see tropical storms and even occasional hurricanes in June and July, we really don't usually crank up the season until we start to head into early August. And then the climatological peak is September 10th before you get a slow downhill trend here through October before reaching the end at the end of November.